Welcome in, my amazing Tauruses, to your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of May 2024. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. A couple things before we jump into the cards and see what the month has in store for us. I do want to remind you, of course, this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And do remember to comment, like the video, and subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. Of course, join this amazing growing Taurus tribe. But as well, I do want to remind you to book a personal reading with myself. Everything you need is down below in the description box. Just shoot me a quick email and you know I'll get that started for you, okay? But I did channel an overall message for us. If you're new to the channel, I have Taurus, my Mars. That's why I keep saying us. But we got gaining epic prosperity from profound success. Absolutely beautiful. There's something about a situation for a lot of which onto the reading that needs to be reminded to you as temporary, okay? Whether it's a struggle, a difficulty, a limitation, it could be a job, a housing situation, you name it. It is temporary, okay? You need to remember this. But it's a time for you, my friend, where there is epic prosperity flowing in that you're gaining, and it is due to, at least partially, from that profound success. I love that wording. What do we have for Taurus to begin? So the month of May entails new money, new opportunities. It entails passion being applied in different ways. And this proves and reminds you that you have the ability to adapt and flow and achieve like a master, okay? Some of which you might be in the midst of the beginning stages or acquiring a new investment and or a new career or job related opportunity. This might even be an expansion for some, but it does feel like things just feel throughout the month like they're falling into place. Now, there are certain little bumps along the way, throughout the month that, I'm being completely honest, will pop up, come to be, but they're saying you've been prepared for this, you've dealt with a lot worse, but you will have to tap into that Taurus patience. We know you have it within you. But I also feel like there's a balance about you, at times a bit of a, if not a full angelic presence about you, and way about accomplishing that just feels right. It feels inspiring, and it's helping you get things done a lot easier. People are inspired by you, Taurus, throughout the month, and it just feels like at times you want to do more than you can. And this may not come through fully in the eyes, the awareness of others, say a boss figure, an authority figure or two, because of the way that you don't force things. It very much reminds me of my current serving job, where I don't force it in an anxious way like certain other people. I don't run around like a chicken without a head. And so sometimes this leaves one, if not multiple, authority figures feeling like I could be doing more or pushing more. And it's like, I'm methodical, okay? I play it smart. I work smarter. I don't work harder, right? And I'm not the anxious soul I once was. I feel like that's key wording. But the Knight of Cups coming out, the month highlights whether it's more so through your work and or through your presence, the way you bond with people, however that's going to come through and pop up for you. Your caring nature is shining bright, okay? There's an effortless way about how you're able to fix this and that as well, is what I'm getting. Whether you need to come up with a creative solution, you intuitively feel this needs to happen for this to be overcome, or for this to be cleaned up, for this to be accomplished. You might have the right answer, the right wording, or I'm getting advice for that person in that moment. You might just lend a helping hand here and there when you don't even expect to, or maybe you expect to. And this is just who you are at this point, okay? It's this feeling of throughout the month, this benefiting you reward-wise, prosperity-wise as well. There's certain levels of fulfillment, Taurus, throughout the month when you're working that job, even if you don't expect there to be, or running that business, or working multiple jobs, you name it. Even at times when you're out and about debating on spending money, or actually spending money, or just having leisure moments, or hanging around the home situation. I'm hearing as well when you're looking into potential investments or a potential new opportunity or two, even if you know it's going to be a while away or a hop and a skip away. Anyways, there's levels of fulfillment being highlighted by Spirit throughout the month because you deserve that, right? And they're saying, even again, looking into opportunities or the potential of which for the future, it's like the potential fulfillment feels good, right? It's like the possibilities are being highlighted. I'm being shown an infinity symbol, okay? The possibilities are endless for you because you put in the hard work, because you don't give up. And even if it feels like you do at certain points, you actually aren't, okay? And it's because your hard work from the past and the choices that you've made and are making throughout this month and the hard work throughout this month, it's all paying off, okay? And I really feel like there is at least some good karma flowing towards you and your good nature, okay? I want to say as well, if there has been a situation for some of which onto the reading where one if not multiple people tried to paint you in a bad light, okay, in an incorrect light, justice is coming through. They just showed me a very clear image of the justice card from this deck. You are not a bad soul. Clear as day, okay? And anybody who chooses to ignore that or let something overshadow that is just blind as a bat. Okay, or dumb is what I just heard. But the moon card coming through now from the bottom of the deck, because there's an underlining focus on the fact that you are a mystery, okay? At times I do want to remind you to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome, or emotionally detach yourself from that job situation, or maybe even that business. I know that you care, or I know that it can be a lot, or both, but or I know that you need that money, to a certain extent or to the furthest extent, and even want it. But we have to remember that you are a manifester at this point along your path, to say the very freaking least. And so weighing it down with even other people's emotions, if you're an empath, especially your own, is not going to assist with the process of seeing that come to be. But I do feel like either way, you're going to see evidence throughout the month at certain points that you are manifesting. And so this reminds you the power that lies within you, okay? When it comes to your intentions, your feelings, your emotions, and your beliefs. But I want to as well say that there's somebody fun that you are working with and or maybe living with, and this is going to be a great reminder to you to maybe tweak your energy at certain points when you're feeling overly serious, when you're feeling maybe a bit uptight. Please don't take that offensively. It happens to the best of us. And things affect you, right? Please remember that. Because getting lost in the day-to-day mundane routines and feeling like things affect you, like myself, I can relate for some, so often, right? It's like you almost forget that it's not your emotion you're carrying, or it's not your actual response to something, or just you weren't actually meant to be that affected by something. Does that make sense? So let's just try to remember the reality of what's taking place, okay? But yeah, I feel like going back, you're a mystery, my friend, in certain ways, or completely for some, and this is not a bad thing. Let's keep the mystery alive. But the Eight of Pentacles, I do feel like there is some electrifying work taking place in the month of May, and this is feeling good for you. It's feeling effective, and it's feeling like it's reaching certain people. If that applies to your situation, it reminds me of me in these readings, and it's on point in that sense, okay? You will change at least one person's perspective, if not several for some, throughout the month, and this is going to be a very, very powerful moment, and may remind you and or inform you of another form of power that you hold, okay? And that's absolutely intertwined with your intuition. I'm being drawn to the feather here. I feel like it's going to be a very spiritual month for a lot of which, okay? Either way, I feel like you may see certain feathers on a random side symbolism kind of note throughout the month. Say you're walking and you look down, there's a feather. You take a few more steps, you look down, there's another feather or two. Spirit's saying there's more than one of us protecting you, okay? And this absolutely applies to your money and career situations and what you need and or want at that point or in general. And so please remember that. I want to remind a lot of Tauruses to cleanse their energy throughout the month and to step away from what feels bad in energy. You feel a lot, okay? You don't remember this at times fully or in general, but they're giving me an example. Say you're locked in that job situation. You can't step away per se. You can't take an early break or anything. And the shift isn't over. Or the day isn't over, but there's bad energy right where you are for one of multiple reasons, whether it was that way, it just shifted in that direction. Find a reason, a task, something to get you to step away from that specific location to another part of that department or building. It'll benefit you greatly, okay? I'm hearing we're putting an end to struggle. We're putting an end to struggle. Now, regardless of when this feels like it's taking a turn for you in the right direction, when you feel the struggle starting to, or in general, dissipating from your situation, your life, they're saying thank Spirit, okay, but thank yourself, because it's partly due to your profound success, your hard work, your choices all the meanwhile. But going back, let's not forget that prosperity, my friend, and other levels of abundance do come in a multitude of forms, okay? Even when you can't fully put your finger on it, even when that's not how you're viewing it, there is epic prosperity left and right, okay? And you're one successful individual is what I'm hearing. The 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. It feels like there's a couple messages coming through. On one end, it feels like you're a very passionate soul that at times is very head driven, okay, mind driven, thought driven, you know what I mean? Very analytical in that sense. That situation feels very heavy, but that can also add heaviness to your situation, to your energy, right? Even to accomplishments and tasks. But I do feel like for some of which there's a highlight on a situation that is very 10 of Wands-ish. Heavy in energy, toxic maybe, just not good for you, even if it has that prosperity, benefits flowing in, right? Say it's simply money, okay? Either way, or just comfort or stability. Doesn't mean that it's meant to last after a certain point. And so they're pushing you to look into or take steps closer to and keep your choices in mind strategically when it comes to the potential of a new replacement, a new beginning, something that's going to be a lot better for you, and I feel like more passionate, okay, at least in one specific way, if not several. I hope that came through correctly. I just put on these rants I'm spoken through very consistently. Being drawn to a stop sign. They're saying, when do you need to stop throughout the month? You're going to feel it. And if you're ignoring that feeling, or you're not feeling like you're feeling it, which you probably are either way, Spirit will push you to stop. Okay? Stop and smell the roses maybe. Admire the imperfections. See how far you've come. Remember that maybe. Stop and rest, replenish, okay? Stop and take care of yourself a bit better. Remember to drink your water. Remember to eat some healthy foods, to listen to your wants and needs along the way, all the meanwhile. Stop and enjoy yourself a bit more. These are key reminders that are coming through for a reason, Taurus, because it's going to benefit not only you and your capability, you're intertwined with your desire to keep moving forward, to accomplish a ton, to get further and climb the ladder, but is going to benefit the quality of whatever you're putting your resources towards, right? Whatever you need to and or want to accomplish. I'm just saying. And at times that stopping may also be a moment where Spirit wants you to take a step back, right? Look at the bigger picture. Are we too close to what we're accomplishing? Are you too close to a goal? Are you too close to the imperfections in a negative sense, right? It's going to vary from case to case, moment to moment, as to why the stopping needs to happen, okay? And you might actually need to, at certain points, stop and be like, actually, there's a different approach that I need to take in regards to this, okay? There's a different approach that will benefit the outcome in a much more beneficial manner. The Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I'm hearing everything's working to your advantage, whether you realize it or not, throughout the month. Even noise factors that feel disturbing, delaying, stuff like that. Other delays are blessings in disguise. Little bumps along the way, beneficial in one if not multiple ways. Let's try to take on that perspective, okay? Everything is purposeful, everything's working to your advantage, and this is just a month of so many different types of benefits. But in the midst of what is leaving you feeling a bit restricted, a bit trapped, and even at times reflecting upon that from the recent past, they're wanting you to release, okay? What's been weighing you down? Is it a habit that you've been overspending on, over-consuming maybe, overdoing in general? Let's begin to release. But I do feel like where you feel this Eight of Swords energy quite heavily, again, that could be a job, it could be a financial burden to an extent, if not fully. It could be where you're living, or where you don't have as far as a living situation goes. Horrible wording. They're saying it's either the month to spark a new beginning, to replace or to remove that Eight of Swords energy, or it's a time for you to be hopeful in regards to the possibilities that lie ahead. Okay, say, starting to more so, or in general, look into the options. Okay, I'm seeing the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options ahead for you, available for you. It could be more so you needing to remember that you have what it takes to turn things around for you in that sense, to see the restrictions, the heaviness, or just the annoyance dissipate from your life. I feel like you have what it takes to make the best out of what doesn't feel ideal at this point. Let's remember that. But my friend, as a card flies away, it was the Ten of Swords. Love that, but it's in reverse. I feel like it's a time for you to remember that everything is happening for a reason, okay? Every little thing. Let's go back to the overall message before we wrap this up by saying it's a time, my friend, where you are gaining epic prosperity left and right. Why? Because of your profound success. You're an absolutely amazing individual, as I struggle to say that. I hope this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I will see you next time.